What's good? Ah, hug me back, Negro.
You said your friend that Maggie, she lives in Charlotte?
Yeah.
She gonna flip.
She gonna flip, you think?
She gonna flip.
You know, she really gonna flip because she a Leo, and they like real, well, I ain't say all of them, but she really animated, and she like feel things very extremely, like, and she gonna just be like, she probably gonna cry.
I would. I'm sensitive. I probably would cry.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been friends?
Man, I think about like, and we ain't friends. That's my brother. That's my slime. That's my kin.
Oh yeah.
Nah, for real. But we but you know, when you know, you know.
Exactly.
What's good? Got the all black forces on the wheel.
Hey, you still recording?
I didn't even know I was. Yeah.
You got the all black. Let me see
All
that.
black
Let me see.
forces.
All right, check it out. I got some. I gotta do tech.
You fucking lying.
Nah.
You fucking lying. What? Bro, what? No fucking way. Are you fucking dead ass?
Yes. So with
What
the thing
the
on, I'll show
fuck?
you the picture. With the thing on, you can't really see it fully clearly the way, you know.
You fucking lying. You fucking lying. Oh my nigga, this shit.
It go hard, bro. You gotta see this joint. I gotta show you the photo.
Fuck? I got chills right now. They ain't no, bruh. Nigga, what the fuck?
Yo, you funny. Yeah.
I don't even
I was
know
wondering
what
what
to
your reaction
say. What?
Look, I told the artist, I
Bruh,
said,
I thought you was making a flyer or something. What? No.
yeah.
That shit that hard?
Yeah, that thing hard.
Oh my god.
And it looked so damn good, bro. You gotta see it. Yeah, sure.
I mean, what?
She did her thing. She put
Who
it up there.
did
She put that
this?
sauce on it. She put that sauce
Who
on me.
did
'Cause
this?
You got used the sauce, your sauce, and she put the sauce on me. Your sauce on me. You understand what I'm saying? I see that gray hair right there too.
Bro, it's the long one. I know it is.
Who did this? Honey. Her name Honey.
I have to visit her.
She put that honey on it. No, you really do.
Yo, what?
If you trying to do something next week, yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. In due time, in divine.
In divine time, she the one though. Whenever you are.
I see.
She the one.
Bro, this just gave me a headache. Like,
You got super excited.
yes, I got like a rush
You're
right
about to explode. All right.
What?
All right. Let's take some deep breaths.
So what?
Let's take some deep breaths.
That's actually a great start. Actually.
All right. We'll take one deep breath in. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. Need one more?
Nah, that was solid.
All right.
I think we should actually start like that every time, though.
Yeah, no,
Next time we do that for real.
Yeah, no, next time we do it, we should.
Or whatever we do.
I mean, that's always a good thing to do, just to settle people's nerves and get people seated in whatever you're about to do, whether it's about to unfold. It's like a Bismillah like in Islam, like a in the name of God type thing.
That makes sense. It's something actually I've been like kind of like genuinely practicing before I do anything. You want me to hold it?
Sure.
It's just like before I even start, even with my paintings, like before I even, while it's blank, before I even start on it, I literally touch the canvas and like pray with the canvas. I never know what I'm doing before I start, like, which is kind of like how it felt even just now. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, so I just try to connect with whatever it is that I'm doing, and just jumping right in. I realized it's not something that I can do anymore. I really got to connect, not just with myself, but with spirits around me. And even just with breath, using breath has been like one of my major things. Doing breath work. I told you about the somatic therapy I started. Yeah, and that's been helping. I missed my last one. I was supposed to do it, what was it, yesterday. Yesterday was Monday.
Okay.
And I had it. I didn't show up.
Oh, yeah.
I was up all night. I was up all night and I missed it. I felt actually sad about it. But yeah, I feel like that's actually important for me right now. And even I think that's just something like this whole painting thing, ouch, it's new to me. And I think in order to even like become one with whatever is new around me, I gotta like approach it differently. And that's been my way of approaching it differently than what I usually do.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I dig that. So
it makes me think about music. Like, it's so easy to just hop in and like just speak. Like, well, I know I was impulsive with music, and whatever I was feeling, I was able to just like literally, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get on the mic, I'm gonna record it, and just boom. And it's a song. I'll literally do a song in like, or 2 songs in one night, most of the times anyway. This, I cannot do that with that. Like, it actually, it slows me down.
yeah,
Like,
sure.
literally, to be able to actually draw what you envision or what you're feeling, a lot of times I can't even articulate it with words, which is why I loved music, because I could use words that I couldn't express to other people. Right. Now, I have visions now, and the life is moving different, especially at a different pace, and this matches that pace. Literally, I can't even tell you what it means, but I know what it means, but I can't express it to you. You just got to look at it from your own perspective, and however that's the beauty of art. But yeah, that part.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm doing music, it's like that for me though. It's like there's no way I could do 2 songs. Like, as far as, you know, when I create, it's writing song. You know, I'm mixing or quote unquote mastering. That's the whole process for me. I gotta be in that whole space because I'm remembering, like, this stuff. The work speaks to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation that you're having with the work. You know, oh, this part needs to be. You need to add this part. You need to take that part away. You need to, you know.
It's very dicey. Yeah.
And it's just like, how you started out and what you envision might not be what you actually end up with. It usually isn't. You know, it morphs. So that's a conversation that's had. It's a relationship that's being built there. So just as with a relationship with people, you know, you got to take the time to talk to them, take the time to hear them, listen, be present.
Many different perspectives outside of your own.
Yeah, from many different ones, and just be present with it. So, yeah, I can't see how I could possibly complete 2 songs, and maybe even start 2 songs. Really, I could start them probably, but yeah, it's just this intentional time, this pocket of time that you get lost in. You ever seen the movie Soul? No. It's an animated movie. So Soul is like this.
Oh yeah.
And whenever he's playing the piano, he floats into the spiritual realm, you know. Yeah. So it's definitely like that. That's that flow state that they're illustrating pretty much.
Like that limbo kind of where there was not limbo, but like it's crazy you say that, because I thought about that the other night, because I lost track of time. Bless. I lost track of time. I think I was working on these 2 specifically, And I'll say genuinely, I would probably bless 3.5 hours, but it didn't feel like it felt like 15 minutes. And like once I like snapped out of it, I was like, shit, where was I at? Like, where was the time? Like, it was 3:00 now, it's 6:25. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's a real thing. And yeah, I love that. That animated version of how they depicted that. Dang, I didn't even know that was a thing, but damn, that's a thing. Like, but yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. But oh, a little frog.
I've been trying to find him forever.
Yeah, man, a baby frog.
He lives in here.
I know. You don't leave him no food or nothing like that? Like frog food?
I don't know what frogs eat, honestly.
Me neither, but you know.
He been chilling though.
Bugs. I think they eat bugs. Yeah. You ever pick them up and hold them? You ever pick them up and hold them?
No. I actually have a fear of warts when it comes to frogs.
Yeah, because you can get warts if you pick them up and hold them right.
I see a lot of different color frogs out here, so I don't know if I'm supposed to touch them. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, I would. I'm not afraid of them, but I just don't want warts.
You don't want it to smoke. You don't want those problems.
No.
You don't need them.
No.
You know. Well.
Would you pick it up?
No. Why would I do that?
I don't know, because you asked me. I was wondering if that was...
No, I just know how you get down.
True.
I know you know. Yeah. So, but you like, warts, man. I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
You actually thought about that, like. I told you, bro, this shit slow me down. It made me think. Think about what I'm thinking about, what I should think about, anyways.
I'm thinking about what you're not thinking about that you should think about.
Yep, exactly. Sound like Frank Ocean.
Yes, dreaming of a thought that could dream of a thought and
thinks of a thought, and when it gets in the glimmer of God, is that right?
No, it's not right, but that's basically what it is. Yeah. Well, how you feeling?
Calm.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Now.
Excellent.
I feel calm when I come out here. Everything else, I wouldn't say it stirs me up, but it definitely, I'm learning how to work with and adapt to energies that rattle me, that trigger me in a sense.
Yeah, I guess the deep breaths really help too. Just saying. So, and as far as would you like to introduce yourself to?
Of course.
The folks.
I am Kai. My name is Kai. I am an artist, a multi-dimensional artist, and in this moment in time, I am expressing myself through paint. And yeah, it doesn't stop here. This is definitely the beginning. So right now, you know me as Kai, the painter, the musician, the illustrator, the creator. Fuck. Yeah, that's who I am. Kai.
Where are you from, born and raised, based out of, all those things?
I was born in Charlotte, raised in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. And yeah, that's where I come from. I haven't been anywhere outside of that, besides, small travels. But yeah, I've lived here all my life. Yeah.
All right, I'm Yukawa, artist of everything, of all the sorts. I just live art, breathe art, am art. Based out of North Carolina, the entire state, man. I'm just all over as much as I can be, and mashallah for that. Born and raised in Goldsboro, North Carolina, though, and that's it. You understand?
Goldsboro. You say it's better than Gastonia, possibly.
What, Goldsboro better than? I'm saying that, yeah,
what
better.
Art scene like? They got an art scene out there, like.
Oh man, no. I mean, I won't say they don't. There's people who are artists, but I don't think there's a scene per se. It's really, there's a Air Force base there. It's a retirement city. It's a lot of old folks. It's a lot of food, and a lot of young guys killing each other over gangs. Maybe not just young guys, but just people in general. Just a lot of gang violence, and just gun violence in general. Just on some basic stuff. It's kind of like Fayetteville. It's kind of like Fayetteville. I said that from the past interview that I did, because they both are military towns. Yeah. Like, it's a retirement type vibe. Like I said, and that's it. There's a lot of food places and a lot of like. That's it.
Do it like maybe, I don't know. When I think about the violence, because it's like nothing much to do.
I mean, of course. I mean, yeah. And poverty, of course, also systematic racism, all those type of things as well.
That part, that makes a lot of sense.
And then also just the choices that people make, because you can be in those type of environments and situations where there's nothing to do, and you're in poverty, and there's systematic racism going on, and you don't succumb to any kind of violence, any gang violence. Yeah, it's just about whatever you decide to choose. Yeah, right. And you program and reprogram yourself. It's all within your choice. Whatever you want to do, bro. We're not victims.
Too close to God to play victim. What's that?
Facts.
That's Kenny. I heard that.
What, Kung Fu Kenny?
Yeah. Apparently it was like an unreleased song that he came out, and that was like predominant. I can't remember if it's a chorus or just a verse, but yeah, too close to God to play victim. Major thing right now.
Yeah.
Major thing. No, the last time we talked liberation was the major thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, damn, that's it right now. Another level of it in a sense.
Yeah, that's interesting. Too close to God to play victim.
Make you look at it differently. Well, I've always looked at it differently. I would say my perspective anyway.
What does that make you think of? Because when I think about it, I think about what I read to you when we were in that interview. I read to you out of the TAOT, what RZA wrote. He said, I'll take the people, we play with the pawns and all this type of stuff, and they want to be the king on the board. I take the position of God.
I remember that.
Yeah, I take the position of God. And so even if my king gets checkmated, my king got checkmated, not me.
That part. And that, okay.
Full circle. That thing came full circle just now, right?
Literally. It's almost, how can I express it? Oh, I thought it was, I gotta sit with that one. The full circle moment. But what it means to me when I think about it is accountability. You know what I mean? And realizing the role I play in certain mishaps or things that occur in life. What's the point in letting it drown me and die? Ultimately, the choice is to rise above it all. It's just how do you do that? So it's really deeper than really what I'm saying, but the best way I can verbalize it or articulate it is just simple accountability. like I said, just acknowledging a role. Okay, I know that I want to move different. I may not know how, so I take it up to God. Like, I have this close connection with my ancestral lineage, with my guides, my creator. If I now have a language with those relationships that I have to, if I don't know something, I know now how to speak to them about not knowing something. The answer comes fast. Like, one of my major things, like, I never leave the house without one saying, God, can I hear, God, show me, God, allow me to see with your eyes, hear with your ears, touch with a God-like energy, and speak from a spirit of truth. And ever since I literally that's literally embedded in me now. So the way that I see things, especially when I pray for certain things, whether it be small, grand, whatever, or even just gratitude, just expressing gratitude, I can walk outside and I can look at the same thing over and over and find a different meaning, find a different message. Because, it's just, this life is too versatile, too infinite to see the same thing and the same thing. Like,
it's dynamic.
Very.
It's not static.
Not linear. What we was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, just talking about that. Yeah. For real. Yeah, it's very dynamic. Things are constantly changing, constantly evolving. The only thing you can rely on is change. It is the most inevitable thing. You can rely on that and death and endings. You can rely on that. And in that same vein, beginnings.
Honestly, even just how this started in the first place, like, fuck, yo, can we take a moment? Like, Aaron, I know you was like, is it because we're not painting? Like, what is it? And honestly, it's not because of that or that. I wouldn't say anxiety, but learning how to adapt impulsively with, I guess, with a certain expectation of how you think things are going to go. And like, even in the midst of whatever that was, whatever I was feeling for real, I really couldn't name it. Like, learning to adapt and not succumb to whatever, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but whatever that might be, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm in this, I'm not, because for a moment I was like, you know what, all right, would you be mad if I just like not do it at all? And I thought about like, man, nah, let me try to work with it. Let me try to work with this. I may not know exactly what it is. It's not fear. It's not disappointment or anything. I couldn't name it. So, that brought me right back center for real. Yeah. Like, it really, really did. Like, probably even hear it in my voice now. Like, I needed that. I needed those moments. And that's something I'm really glad that I found a foundation in. I just wish sometimes that was impulsive for me versus like freaking out for a moment. Because what the fuck is that? What is that feeling? Like, nah, let me take a deep breath. Because if I was by myself, and I think that's like what I was expressing to you yesterday, like I have not been around people but outside of like, you know, my family, but really I've been alone for real. Yeah. So now I even had a thought to myself the other day, or yesterday rather, before you even came, like there's going to be levels. Like, yeah, I may have evolved, but I've evolved more on an internal basis. Right. Now I got to interact with that growth externally in how I connect with other people. Like,
also, if you don't
go
mind,
ahead.
You gonna flow?
Go.
Also, like, I understand because I'm a hermit as well. Like, yeah. I've been in that. It's not just a phase. It's for me. It's the essential energy that flows through me and flows through everything I do. It's just this oneness within myself and being one. Like alone, the number one being me. Yeah. Anyways, that energy, that existence, shows me like, yo, after a while, you know, it's like cool. You've been by yourself for a minute, and then you meet somebody, one of your loved ones, they come by, they visit or something like that, or you visit them, you know, for some reason, and they give you this hug. And you're like, oh my God, yo, what? I needed that. Like, I didn't even know I needed a hug. I didn't know I needed touch. I didn't know I needed another person. I didn't know I needed that energy. And it's like, damn, I do. I need people. You know what I'm saying? I need my alone time. I need to be with me. I need this meditative existence of, you know, or whatever. And this intentional living. But I also need to be stirred up. I need to be embracing and the stirring up of other people's energy and presence. And it helps you, like you were saying, get out of that kind of, sometimes you need to step out of yourself. Yeah, somebody need to step out of because we can create these walls around us that really, you don't even notice it, but it might be suffocating or caving you in for whatever moment. It might not be like indefinitely, of course, but like in a moment, you don't even know it. Exactly. And then when they step in, you're like, oh, color. Everything was black and white, like in a good way, not a bad way, but everything was like this. And I like that color you bring in. Okay, wow, I didn't know I needed that. You know,
different shades of
blue to paint with something else.
Yeah, literally, you don't know it existed until you mix the two shades. They're not the same. It may be from the same color, but it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
Different hue.
That part.
As a hue, man.
Yeah,
you need hue-manity. And that's the thing. I don't feel like I'm a human either. We were talking about this. I am a human. Like, I'm in a human body.
Right.
And we always talk about this. We, the universe, is having a human experience, right?
It's more spiritual than anything. I'll say more spiritual than anything.
Yeah, just spirit, bro. I'm just we all are, really. And I'm not nothing special. We all are. maybe not all. I think some people may be different from something different, cut from a different cloth.
That's part of the balance. Part of the balance.
Oh, absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Yeah. I'm just saying that we are definitely not all that, but because everybody like to say that, oh, we all this, we all got a soul, we all one, and we are, but we are all different as one too. Exactly. Very different. Some people, how you talk about reptilians and stuff like that. Yeah, some people are that. Some people aren't people, and that's okay. That's okay. They meant to be there to handle them agents. Are meant to be there to mess things up. Matrix agents, yes. And that's cool. Do your thing, agent. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying. You gotta eat too. Get your chili.
It's a great representation of God too, in a sense. You know what I mean? Because without that, how can you really know your power for real?
I mean, that is God.
True.
It come from.
True.
It stems. Maybe it took a little turn there and then went that way and turned. Yeah, but it's still from source.
True facts.
And maybe one may not be able to be ready to accept that. Maybe just won't ever accept that, and that's okay.
And that's a part of God in itself.
All of it.
Damn, kind of. Yeah, that makes sense. And I think that's the duality mind that kind of like keeps you from understanding that in a sense. How can I explain it? I'll skip over that. I'll talk about that when I
understand
what I want to say.
But no, listen. There's like the feeling that I feel within my body is bigger than my body. Like I feel as if we were talking about being, these things about being chosen ones and angels and stuff. People being angels, or angels being people. All of that. I think it's a very real thing. Not nothing of ego, but more so just of, it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
Shedding the ego more than anything. Really, you shedding that layer of identity and personality that most humans maybe walk with, and becoming just bare, minimal, deep, raw existence of soul, of spirit, angelic presence. Chosen one. Maybe not the chosen one, but a chosen one. You understand what I'm saying?
Everybody get the call, but not everybody answers what they say. You know what I mean?
And when you answer, you choose yourself. You choose to be a chosen one. You gotta choose that. It's a choice.
Absolutely, that part. Thinking, I don't even know where to start. Where we was talking, I can't even pick up where we started at last night. Like I feel like some conversations I just put that.
Oh, definitely for that pocket in time. You know what I mean? That's an intimate, sacred time. That's wisdom's meant shared between us both. But I mean, I guess I want to double back. Like I said, it's a choice. I was talking to my mother recently about like love. And I was like, Mom, I think that love's a choice. And she's like, oh, absolutely not. You can't choose who you love. You can't choose to love somebody or not.
And what was the question you asked again?
I just said that love is a choice.
Love is okay.
Yeah. And so she was like, yeah, nah, you can't choose. And it happens. When it happens, you know, and you can't change it. You can't choose these things. I agree with that. I also, where I was coming from with it was like, and that's in the same breath. That's what I'm saying when I say that you choose to be the chosen one. You're chosen, but you got to choose to accept that choice, choice that you've been, to accept that you've been chosen.
That part.
In order to walk in your destiny that you've been given. And so when it comes to the love thing, it's like, okay, you may be given this love, granted this love, blessed with this love, bestowed with this love, but you have to choose to actually love that person, to continue loving that person, especially when you don't feel these things of love, when you're not overwhelmed with love, like, oh, these feelings of love, I can't choose that, I can't, and when you don't feel that in particularly, you still have to choose to love that person. Sometimes, that's a choice in and of itself. Choose that love that you've been given over and over every day.
In different ways.
Right?
It gets deeper every time. It makes me, I know it's kind of like off the tip, but I was sitting and talking to myself in the mirror one day, and I remember saying, it's in pertains to grief, like, you don't let go of grief, grief lets go of you. And I said it out loud, and I'm like, but is that true? And I'm just, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, where did I even come from? What was that space? And I sat with it for a moment, and I'm like, damn, that is true, though. Like, but I feel like, and I got out of that, I had to, like, journal it out. And it was like, damn, to even allow that process or that space to happen of it letting go of you, you have to create that space. And I think with all of this releasing, it really taught me a lot about grief and love, like how they actually go hand in hand in a sense, you know what I mean? And I think how they meet in the middle is between the art of allowance and the art of surrendering. The art of surrendering and the art of allowing. And I was like, damn, like, the only way that I was able to learn that was, again, like I was going through such a deep purge when I was off of social media for like 28, 29 days, whatever. I would say a full month, but I was missing a day. But I took so many baths, went through quite a bit, but it showed me a lot of layers that I didn't know that were actually concreted within me until I sat in water. Like, not to be so specific, but sitting in water is such a beautiful, sacred thing. Like, but yeah, to come full circle anyhow. What you think about that?
About what?
I know I said a lot. I was trying to make it come full circle, but I'm getting lost in what I'm saying. But
about
the grief.
Grief and love.
Yeah.
About grief and love, the surrendering and all that. Oh man, that's like you let that be, man. Oh, but anyways,
It's going, I ain't tripping on you.
I don't care, man. But grief and love, I feel like letting go, the surrendering to both, and the process of what it's doing to you, how it,
I would more so say, do you agree with you don't let go of grief lets go of you?
That particular phrase? Oh yeah, definitely. I love when you said that. You don't let go of grief let go of you. So you saying that grief is the thing doing this? It's like the grief has the control over you, until you and even when you surrender, it let go. So when you saying that, then you letting go of grief in order for grief to let go of you. So it kind of maybe goes hand in hand. You're in an interlock.
Yeah.
So your hands are interlocked. You're in a relationship with grief at that point. Whenever you're grieving, it's a give and take. I feel that. Yeah, it's like you gotta let go of holding on to grief or what you feel like you were saying in the beginning about beginning this interview, the expectations of what you felt like it would be. You gotta let go of the expectations of what that process would be like. You're gonna have to. Without choice, it's gonna happen. Yeah. Grief is just gonna be like this tornado that just happens, this whirlwind that just happens. And when you just surrender in that, I think I wrote about this in XXXALKHEMEY, TAOT, The Alchemy of Temptation, my book, my newsletter. So it's one of the entries where I was talking about letting go and what that does. Like, I was talking about the whirlwind of grief, of time, of change, and what it does, and how when you let go of trying to hold on to yourself, because really that's the thing I feel like people are really holding on to themselves. And like these notions and ideas that are connected to them and their memories and all these different things. So when you're able to just let go of all those things, you're able to be intentional and understand and see these little experiences in a poetic manner, in a meditative manner, and be able to just see through all of the cosmic whirlwind and see each particular star and molecule in that whirlwind, and actually be able to savor that experience and receive what you need to receive. So in that surrendering and letting go of yourself, grief is able to surrender and let go of you.
that's literally
it's literally like it's sexual, like
it's really a tango.
it's a tango. That's basically so.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that though. I like what you said. That makes you think. It brings you to this point. Yeah.
Absolutely, and I thank God for this gift for real. It's really allowed me to like just, like I said, slow me down and actually think about the thought, the root of the thought. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, but yeah. I appreciate it because I honestly needed this, especially as I'm about to turn 30 this year. I had to learn to slow down, bro. I had to learn to slow down.
Man, 30 ain't nothing. What are you talking about?
It's not even necessarily. I don't look at it as old, or I don't even like saying old. I just say living longer or anything like that. But you know, the longer you live, the wiser you get by choice. But yeah, I that was something I've always wanted to do. That's something I prayed for, was to slow down. I don't hold it. Your arm feels extended, but yeah, I prayed for this. I didn't pray for this painting, you know, or this gift, but I prayed for something to slow me down, something that will help me to process what I want. Let's say this was my therapy before I had therapy. I wanted therapy. Really, I remember you asking me last year, what you want for your birthday? And I said therapy. Like, that's all I wanted. And until I had to, and it's so crazy, even just thinking about that, to even get therapy, I had to get in that wreck. I had to lose my car. I had to lose my job. And because my insurance, it was a certain type of fee that you would have to pay, even with the insurance I had with my job. That now that all of these things are removed, I have this insurance now because I don't have to pay for shit, like nothing, because I don't have a documented income, you know, coming in for them to, I guess, calculate or whatever. So it's almost, I wouldn't say it's Medicaid or nothing, but I mean, I ain't gotta pay for pretty much nothing. And I had to look at that because instead of being frustrated at my circumstances, I was like, oh, this is what I prayed for. Like, and I think that's kind of been a theme I've been seeing people talk about too. Like, take a moment and really look at your life and like, you are actually living what you prayed for. Like, I may not have a job. I may not have a car. However, I have peace. I have freedom. And what most people don't have, I have time. You know what I mean? I have time. I know people be looking like, what does she do? I talk to God throughout the whole day. I know that it really irritates people around me because they don't have time. That's what people say all the time. I don't have time. I don't have time for this. Absolutely. But I realized that though, because I was running crazy with the dashing thing. Bro, I'll be dashing for like 13 hours. You know what I mean? 13 hours a day. And I'll come home and my choice, and after spending 13 hours a day, I would smoke. It was like my intentions, my choices behind working myself like that. It was pulling me towards death. What we say? You're literally killing yourself for real. And I realized the things that we think that we need, that they force us or programmed us into thinking that we need, like a job, we need this. No, nigga, we need time. We need time, the ability to process what time means to us. I don't believe that time exists in the nature that they created, but time is for the taking. You know, you take time. It's like a currency. So, and that's really how my life has been. And I literally can move through the day and I literally live a dream. Like in my mind, I am literally living my dream. And I know that it's going to expand from here because I have time to expand what that dream is and really, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm grateful and I'm excited to actually see. I'm excited about the mysteriousness of it all. Like, I never know what's going to happen. I never knew this was going to happen. I never even knew that I would even be this good. Like, what the fuck? I was telling a friend of mine just last year around this time, and I was just sketching. It wasn't even nothing I was taking serious for real. And I was talking to them. I was like, because they paint, they do their thing, fucking dope. And I was like, I'm scared to paint. I'm scared to paint. And I said that for months. And damn, now it's almost like you already saw how my heart was broken. We're not painting? Not painting? Like, this shit is really my heart for real. Like, it feels weird when I'm not doing it. But, yeah, I know I said a lot. That's a chunk, but.
No, painting is, I think it's a beautiful thing that you actually, unfolding into who you meant to be. That's all that matters, really. Folding into a new journey, bro. And allowing yourself to let go. I mean, you said it yourself. Everything you said, that's it. That's all that's a good end, bro.
I'm with it.
Just saying. But it's beautiful to meet you again in this journey.
Every time.
Who you are, who you becoming.
Appreciate you. I appreciate the moment.
You said what now?
I said I appreciate the moment.
Yes. And this is a good closeout too because your song is playing.
What is it, Rising One? I can't hear.
This is Falling One, I think. No, it's Rising One, yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, but nice.
You want to end it out with breaths?
Nah, this is fading out.
I'm about to end it with breaths.
It's gonna be you can breathe off the camera, off the record. Let the record reflect. She a breather.